Y'all really liked the first NBA Legends React video, so we're doing another one. NBA Legends react to Michael Jordan and who he would destroy in today's NBA. I don't need to keep reiterating myself. Y'all know LJ is better than MJ. Let's just get straight into it. I don't have anything else to say. Like the video. Press the like button. Go ahead. I heard it helps me and you. So go ahead and just touch it. And let's get into the video.
So you probably heard the media or people that watch Michael Jordan play live say that he could average 45 to 50 points in today's NBA. And if I had to give my take on it, James Harden averaged 36 points per game on 44% field goal shooting in this era. DeMar DeRozan had a scoring streak averaging at least 35 points per game this season. And I brought DeRozan up because offensively, he got the same mid-range game like Michael Jordan. And this was the best season of his career. Keep in mind, both of these players are not even in the same stratosphere as Michael Jordan. Jordan averaged 37 points in a season with hand checking. Imagine no hand checking with the defensive 3-second rule that the NBA implemented in the 2001-02 season. Michael Jordan will be slashing every second. And I suggest you after this video watch Luka Doncic on JJ Redick's podcast. He explained why it's easier to score in the NBA than in Europe. So anyway, I know Jordan will be unstoppable with modern spacing and no hand checking. Also, I'm not fond of the myth that Jordan was a terrible 3-point shooter in his early years. In his first 4 years in the league, he never shot over 70 3-pointers in a single season. That's less than 1 attempt per game. The 3-point shot wasn't a focal point in Jordan's era. When he was 26 years old in the 89-90 season, he shot 245 3-pointers. He made over 37% of them. That is a good 3-point percentage.
It's good.
In the 96 season, he shot 42% from the 3-point line. And even though the 3-point shot wasn't a renowned part of his game, he would have shot a few more 3-pointers in today's NBA. If I had to give an estimate, he would have had a season where he averaged 40 to 43 points per game. So I want to show you NBA legends.
Average 42 to 43.
And players who talked about how good Michael Jordan will be in today's NBA. So enjoy the video, man.
How would you envision, what would Michael Jordan be if he played in the game today the way the game is different from the way it was in his era?
He'd average 45, and the league would be complaining about 2 players. It'd be like, Mike is too good, and the kid named Shaq down in Orlando is too dominant. What are we going to do?
When you think back to what those defenses were allowed to do and how defenses played now in the NBA, what would Michael Jordan do in today's NBA?
Probably average 45, 50 a game.
Why is everyone saying
It's LeBron and Michael? If Michael played in this era, he'll average 50.
why is everyone saying he's dropping 50? 50 off layups?
They average 50 points.
How many points do you think Jordan could average in today's NBA?
What's the most he ever averaged? 37?
37-1.
All right, so 40 easy. 40
okay,
easy.
They're the ones who played with him,
40,
so
40 easy.
Maybe they know.
Yeah, 40 easy. Like 40 is easy. 40 would be easy for Black Jesus.
Cause Harden, I think Harden a couple of years ago averaged 36. So you figure Jordan could average 40 with no problem. I'm gonna ask both of you guys.
And you add to that when he averaged 37, he was doing it with twos. It wasn't even no three. They weren't shooting 3-pointers.
That's what I'm saying. No, but he would have to. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Cause just imagine if Michael
I'm not gonna say anything. I sound like a hater at this point.
Michael played today. He probably averaged almost 50 a game. I mean, he really would, because you wouldn't be able to touch him on the perimeter, so he'd be shooting a ton of free throws.
Yeah, so when everybody does this like Michael LeBron comparison, it's like you almost can't. It's not the same game that they're playing. It's not the same
game. You're right. It's not the same.
It's not.
I would have loved to see LeBron play during in the '90s.
You played.
I would have loved to see it too.
In both eras, how many points do you think Jordan would literally average per game?
Today?
Phew.
More than James Harden.
James Harden had a season he averaged 36.
More than that. For sure.
Really?
For sure. And I was at the Jordan era.
Yeah.
I was in the LeBron, Kobe, Duncan, and I was at the tail end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I played with these guys.
Right.
I've seen all the three-point balls go up.
It's the man who hit
Jordan
James Harden in the face.
Jordan averaged 50.
You believe Jordan would average 50?
If he wanted
Average 50 is absurd. They're just saying this. And I feel like people are just going to be like, oh, yeah, Michael Jordan, he's the GOAT. He average 50. I mean, there is no known defenders in our era, like, at all. So even to guard someone like Michael Jordan. But average 50? 50 points.
Like James Harden wants to average 50.
50.
Right. Yeah, 38.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
If Jordan wants to average 50, and if he was playing his era, I think he averages 50.
Average? You can't just say that's not just a thing you say. You have to calculate that. Saying that you could average 50.
Any of the guys
Current players.
that's killing, like KD, you know.
Yeah, all those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, not all
the guys, Steph and LeBron and all those guys. Yeah.
Said between 45 and 50 because it reminded me so much of how Wilt Chamberlain seemed to be just dropped in a different era when he was averaging 50 and 25. That's what Michael Jordan represented for the era he came in. Think about it. He was MVP of the league while teams were still flying commercial. Okay? The rigor isn't the same. The physicality in today's game isn't the same. And one of the things that you didn't acknowledge, all NBA defense, he will be getting steals. He will be getting out in transition.
Here's the thing also. This is a positive and a negative. Our era is softer, right? So he wouldn't be able to, or he will be able to score easier because everything would be called a foul and there wouldn't be any like hard unnecessary pushes, hand checking, the defensive 3-second rule that he said. But if that's true, he can't play defense the way he played defense back then. He would have to be like, softened down. Like he wouldn't be able to do all the hand checking and stealing and all that stuff. So I on that certain point, I don't think his steals would go up.
Catching lobs, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, and also getting to the free throw line. In the NBA Finals in the early 90s, he scored 63 in the 80s versus the great Boston Celtics. And yes, there are a handful of great defensive teams in today's game. The Bucks, both teams in LA, the Toronto Raptors. But you know what else it is, Greeny? A lot of bottom feeders. So say against the great teams, he would average 40, no doubt. Against the bad teams, the lottery teams, he would definitely average 50 against those squads.
What about these other guys who are playing in today's?
Jordan would have averaged 45, 50.
Everyone is saying this. This is not normal. We all know Michael Jordan's not normal.
In today's game.
The point I was making,
50?
You allow great shooters freedom to roam, freedom with no hand check.
Great shooters. Was Jordan a great shooter? Yes, he was. Was that the pinpoint of his game? No. So I feel like it wouldn't have affected it. He would mainly just drive, but who knows what I'm saying.
You can't crowd me, and I got a clear sight at the rim, then it's going to be lights out, baby. But it's so hard to play.
This video about to get so many dislikes
because they allow the offense to go wherever they want.
Okay, but if Jordan's averaging, be honest here. If Jordan in his prime, Jordan in the early 90s, is averaging.
Today's rules.
Yeah, today's rules is averaging 40.
He would average 40.
Okay.
I think he would average 40.
Okay, but didn't he average 39 one year, or 37.1? So Kobe's going to average 40.
Kobe would be up there. Kobe would be up there as well.
What do they mean by Kobe? Do they mean Kobe hooping in this era? Because technically he did hoop in this era. It was not that long ago. Or are they saying if Kobe was in the 90s with these rules, he would average 40? If that's...
In today's game, the rules as they are, how would Jordan do, and how many points do you believe he would average?
I don't think anybody's averaging 60 or 70.
Okay.
So
Thank the Lord.
Those days are over with.
Jeez.
Nobody's going to get Wilt's 50 a game, huh?
Some
not
sense.
50 a game. No, that's not going to happen.
Thank you.
But I will say this. Michael
50 a game is wicked. 50 points a game, averaging 50 points. You're putting up half 100 every single game. You would have to be some type of different breed, bro.
Whatever you want to average.
You believe he can get 40 a night?
Yeah, he can. I mean, yeah. If yeah, there's no question about it.
40 a night,
Yeah,
Mark. 40.
Yeah.
40 is a lot, but I can respect 40 instead of just saying half 100 a game. What? Who is he?
How you gonna get 40? If you go to
I'm not here to break it down and decipher it. I'm telling you as a witness, I'm testifying on behalf of Michael Jeffrey Jordan that he would average 40 a night. If we see guys averaging 30.
Right.
And 35. With all due respect, that don't have the arsenal that he has offensively.
Well, you know you're gonna have to add that
I can.
You got to add the 3 ball to get to 40. You look at the guys.
Shannon's talking.
Harden was the last guy. I think Harden averaged what, 36?
But Harden.
And that step back 3, he put that in. Obviously, the free throws. Jordan went to the free throw line a lot. He didn't go as much as Harden.
I think Jordan would probably go to the line more than Harden if he was playing in this era.
But I don't know how you get to 40 without that 3 ball.
Well, Jordan's going to go to the free throw line more than he did back
Okay, so he said what I said.
then because we were able to beat him up.
Right.
And
I
it
need
was
to stop
ignored
pausing.
to a certain extent.
Okay.
So, and he added the 3 ball in his career. We watched him against the Blazers knock down 3. That wasn't his specialty.
Right.
But it wasn't like he was a liability shooting the basketball. Michael Jordan would average whatever he wanted to average.
No, his numbers
That's a crazy take.
be inflated. If you thought James Harden got to the line a lot, Jordan would average 20 free throws probably every night. You got to understand, he would evolve into this era. You know, the Jordan that
He'd be a free throw merchant.
Get to the basket based on what we've seen in this era. You would see a Jordan probably shooting more threes too. So he would definitely evolve.
Jordan would have to adapt. LeBron had to adapt. Jordan would have to.
He averaging 35 at one point. I can see him really pushing that to 40. I don't know about 50, 60, but mid-40s, I can see that possibly happening.
Mid-40s is low-key crazy too, but 40 I can respect. 40 makes sense
I don't know if he would shoot
for the GOAT.
75% from the field, but Paul, for his career, I think he
Or
averaged
I said the
8.5,
GOAT. I mean
8.8 free throw
the
attempts
GOAT
per game.
according
So,
to everyone else.
That's at least going to double. That's close to 20 per game in today's age. And also, I mean, pace and space. Think about how physical the game was back then. You pretty much get put on your back every time you went to the bucket. Now, all of a sudden, somebody blows on your wrist or hits your hand, that's a foul? Like, so, yeah, even though he would have taken more threes if he lived in today's age, still his mid-range game was on point. His skill level, he still would be considered one of the most skilled, if not the most skilled in the league today.
Skilled. He's great at what he does, but does he have a wide arsenal of stuff that he does?
I think, I don't know 75%, but he'd be averaging in the 40s for sure.
Well, I'm capping. I'm literally capping. I said that to make him mad.
What both of you guys are saying is right.
Of course,
The
Jordan
pace
is skilled.
increased,
I'd be dumb to say no.
three-point shot has increased. Players up front have gotten smaller. So now
Players up front have gotten smaller, but the players down low are getting taller, in my opinion. We're getting what Victor Wembanyama is over here, 7'1" as a point guard, so we're low key getting back into that 6'1", 6'2" point guard era.
driving to the basket, he gonna be
Not 6'1", 6'2", 6'4", 6'5".
on everybody.
Yeah.
Just think about that. Like KD is like a 4 in today's game. So now like and then here's the other thing. If Harden can average 36, 37 right now, James Harden is averaging that right now. He's getting none of those points off his defense. Jordan gonna be getting steals. He gonna be getting blocks.
Jordan would be getting a lot of fouls too, because like I said, if you're gonna put that defensive rule against him and say that he is going to get all the fouls, then you have to reverse it and also say that he is going to do a lot of fouling.
He gonna be out on fast break. I say like
I'm putting my hands up. I'm pausing too much.
We would be having a conversation. Can somebody average 50 besides Will? He'll be like 47, 48. I really believe it.
1 is the best, 5 is subpar. All right, not so good. So you get a chance to rank 1 through 5. Psychologically, how do you rank Michael Jordan?
He's asking Kevin Durant to psychologically rate Michael Jordan. That is a crazy question.
The scale of 1 to 5?
1 to 5. 1 being the best, 5 being the worst.
Psychologically rating someone.
1. Ball handling.
1.
Wait, 5 is the worst?
The scale of 1 to 5?
1 to 5. 1 being the best, 5 being the worst.
Okay. I thought 1 was the worst. Woo.
1.
I was about to say, KD is off his head.
1.
Okay. Yeah. Defender.
1.
Mid-range jumper.
0. Like, that ain't 1.
Oh.
Like I said, he was a pure shooter. Like, I don't think anybody in the league at that point was shooting the ball better than him. He was shooting 50+% from the field at the guard position.
He was shooting 50+%? I raised my hands up in defeat.
All J's, like, you have to be a pure shooter. And everything was touching bottoms. Like, yeah, 1, 0. You go 0 with that one.
What do you think Jordan will average? Where do you think he would fit in?
I mean, he can adapt his game to anything. He would fit in as the best player in the league. Like, that's what he would be. And, you know, I feel like he'll have more possessions to do more things, but there's also more athleticism in his game. There's more length in his game, but, you know, it's also more space for MJ to go to work. So, I mean, we'll never know, but for sure, I mean, he's a masterful basketball player. Like we've been saying, his skill level is unmatched. So, of course, he'll do numbers in this league today.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And tell me, how many points do you think Michael Jordan will average in today's NBA?
Michael Jordan in today's NBA would average about 42 to 43 points. Average 42 to 43 is insane. If he averages 42, 43 in today's era, he's immediately better than LeBron. If he does that, I mean, it goes without question. 42, 43 points a game is wicked. This is a good question. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Because he would be doing a lot. He would, if he had to adapt to this era, he had to start playing a lot softer, defensively wise too. So he would not be getting all the steals and blocks that he does. A lot of them would be called as fouls because the refs also got softer. So I don't know. This was a good video though. Like, comment, subscribe. I know y'all probably gonna be mad at me. Oh, what he doesn't know what he's talking about. He was born in the soft era. I can say what I want. This is my camera, my mic, and my computer. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.
I'm just talking on this beat, like it's just you and just me. We can say the side of the beat.